Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? I know what many of you are doing in Florida. You are in line trying to get the heck away from the area. You guys keep up the prayers for Florida. Hurricane Milton has already weakened to a category 4. Yesterday it was a 5. It is weakening, and as it approaches the coast, they expect it to weaken even more. So that's what we want. We want it to weaken, 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 weaken. You know, they're running out of gas. People are sitting in long lines, and they're just using up their fuel just by sitting there. You can go to a shelter. You know, if you can't get out of the area, you can go to a shelter. Now, I've been listening to local newscasts there in Florida, and what they're advising is when you go to a shelter, they're not going to be providing you food. So you need to bring at least 3 days of food with you. So bring water, bring food. Your pets have to be in a carrier or, some type of cage that you can put them in, or they won't allow you in, they say. But if you're in an area that they've told you to evacuate, you need to get out. You need to leave. Listen, pay attention. The death toll from Hurricane Helene is up to 230 now. So we don't want to have any more deaths from the hurricane. So please listen to the authorities. If you're in an evacuation zone, evacuate. Like I said, they're running out of gas and the lines are long and you're sitting there hardly moving. So maybe you're just going to have to go to a shelter. That's okay. Go back, go pack up 3 days worth of food and go to a shelter. I don't know. I know you haven't had enough time to actually move, so you weren't. Yesterday, I was telling everybody to leave. I texted a lady that I know that her daughter lives in Florida, and I told her, you need to tell your daughter to get out now. Get out now. And she was telling me her daughter was going to stay put. But she may be in an evacuation zone now, and now it's going to be tough to get out. So, it is what it is, but please be safe and let's keep up the prayers for all the people that are affected by the hurricanes, Hurricane Milton and Hurricane Helene, because there's so much going on right now, so much. So God bless each and every one of the people that are helping, that are there trying to protect them, and let's just envision protection over Florida. Let the white light of the Holy Spirit protect Florida, each and every person in Florida. Just bless them with protection and protect all the people that are helping with the situation in all the different states from Hurricane Helene. God bless them all. Okay, so before I get in, I'm going to do a little reading. I pulled 3 cards. I'm going to do a little bit of reading on what's going on between Trump and Melania, because I know y'all saw her ad. It's crazy. What is she trying to do? It seems like she's kind of trying to sabotage him, but we'll take a look at that in a minute. But on a fun note, I just want to tell y'all what's been going on in my home. We're decorated. I should make a video and put it up. My house is decorated for Halloween inside and out. So on the porch we have all kinds of pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns, wreaths and everything. It's really cute. I'm on TikTok, and I have it on TikTok. But me and my little grandson, every Halloween we have a little thing that we do. I call it a scare off. So I try to scare him, and he tries to scare me. So I started it out. I bought a package of roaches. I think I have one here. They look so real. Look at this roach. I bought a package of these roaches. Isn't that disgusting? Look at that. Ooh, it's creepy, yeah. I noticed that he had a half-eaten granola bar in his room. So it was open and half-eaten. So I put one on his granola bar that was open, and then I put another one by his pillow. And just for good measure, I put a couple in my daughter's room too, because she has a canister of cat food. She feeds her cats in her room. So I put one on top of her canister and one by her pillow too. And she did tell me that it scared her. Now, my grandson Brody, he's not going to say nothing. He's not going to say, you got me, that scared me or nothing. He's just going to get me back. So the night before last, right before bed, I was taking a shower. I go into my shower, I turn it on. The way that my shower is made, it's you just walk into it. There's not any curtain or door or anything. You just walk around a wall and you're in the shower. So I just reached in there, turned it on, got ready to take my shower. When I got in the shower, when I was grabbing the soap, I looked down. This was in the shower with me. And this is my spider that I decorate with, but he took it and put it in. And it did startle me because I don't know why I hadn't seen that on. I mean, look how big it is. It's huge. I didn't even notice it until I was in the shower. And it did startle me for a second, but right away I knew what it was. I started laughing. My husband's like, what are you laughing about in there? And I'm like, stick your head in here and look. So he did startle me a little bit. And then when me and my husband came to bed and we pulled the covers down, we each had a roach to greet us, to say goodnight. There was a roach on each side of the bed. So yeah, that didn't scare me because I bought these and I knew that was him trying to pay me back. So when my daughter went to go pick him up yesterday from school, I decided to get him back. Yeah, I can only imagine what he's going to do to me now. So this is what I did to get him back. I have this old witch's mask that I've had for a long, long time. And there is a corner shelf that's real narrow, but it's tall. So it's like, I think it's almost as tall as me. So it's almost 5 foot tall. And I used that shelf. I wrapped a coat around it and buttoned it up. So it kind of looks like a person standing there. And then I had this witch's mask and I had a mannequin's head. And I put that on top of the shelf and I put it in his closet. And his closet light is out. I didn't even know it was out, but the closet light was out. It's not working, so it was perfect. So I stood that up right there, right when he would open the door. That would be like almost eye to eye. He's a lot taller than me, but that would be like eye to eye with him. He'd be looking straight at it. So he came home from school and I was thinking, well, he'll put his clothes up because he likes to dress nice. So I thought, well, he's going to change his clothes and I'm going to hear him scream. Nothing. Radio silence. No scream, no nothing. Waited all evening for him to yell out. Nothing. I was thinking, did he see it and it didn't scare him or what? So this morning when I got up, my daughter had already taken him to school and I walk into her room and I'm smiling and I said, and she goes, I heard Brody scream this morning. So he was getting dressed this morning. He opened the door and he screamed. And she ran in there and she's like, what? And of course, he's seen that mask before. So it startled him like the spider startled me. So he knew exactly that it was another joke that Grandma played on him. But she said he screamed. So I love to scare people. But now I'm sure he's been thinking about it all day long, how he's going to get me back. So I'll let y'all know what he's going to do. I think I'm going to go buy a little small spider that looks real and put it somewhere in his room that's not so obvious like me. He would be afraid, even if it was just on his wall or on his curtain or something, he'd be like yelling for somebody to come get it. Probably me, because he screamed because he found a scorpion in his room. I had to go and kill it, you know? So anyway, I'll let y'all know how that goes. So we're having fun doing that. So happy Halloween, have fun. I love to scare people. I can't scare my husband because the last time that I scared him, he went into AFib that evening. So y'all remember that story. So I scared him when he was in his car fooling around and I snuck up beside him and slapped my hands on the window. And It startled him really bad. And that night he had AFib and I had to take him to the hospital. So I'm not doing that again. No, no more scaring him. So I have to scare the grandchild. All right. So you guys know, I never came on after the debate. And I could not believe after the debate was over, I thought it was a very good debate. I think this is exactly how debates should be. And everybody was talking about how civilized it was. And people were just upset because it was so civilized. You guys, that's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be civilized. It's not a, you know, a time and a place for you to just beat up on another person. That's what they wanted. They wanted, everybody to get into it and scream and holler and, I don't know. But I thought it was a very good debate, and I think they both held their own, really. If you liked one and I don't think it swung you over to liking Vance. If you didn't like Vance, I don't think it's going to make you like Vance, especially at the very end, what he said that he wouldn't, he couldn't say if he would, he wouldn't say whether or not Donald Trump actually lost the election. He couldn't say Donald Trump lost the election. He just wouldn't say that, because he knows that Trump was watching him. So he had to, although, he does sound more polished than Waltz. And, he had his questions down pat, his answers to the questions down pat. But just because he's a more polished speaker doesn't mean that people are going to support him more, Anyway, so I just thought that was ironic that people were up in arms that this was a civilized debate. But that's what debates used to look like, and that's what they should look like going forward. So I'm glad that they were able to have a civilized debate. I'm happy about that. All right, so that, that's that. Let's talk about Melania Trump. So Melania Trump she's written a book, right? She's got something else to hawk. She knows she probably is going to have to take care of herself in the future. So she's paving the way for that. And then she has this commercial out about abortion rights, that she stands firmly with the women on abortion rights. So I was just thinking to myself and asking Spirit, is this a ploy? Is this a strategy, to help Donald Trump with the women voters? So I asked a few questions and I pulled some cards, and I'm going to show you what the answers are. So when I asked that question to Spirit, this is the first card that I pulled. This is 7 of Wands. Truthfully, how Melania feels about women's rights is reflected in the commercial that she made. So that is the truth. That's really how she feels. She's standing up for herself. She's standing up for women's rights, and that's good. She's defending, this is a card of defense. So she's defending her rights, her belief system, what she believes, like all of us women believe, or most of us women believe in anyway. So she sincerely does believe that women have rights to their body, and that they should have complete control over their bodies, just like her commercial said. So that is true. That is how she believes. That being said, I think that she is giving a signal that you can be opposed to the people in your family, to their beliefs. She can be opposed to what Donald Trump thinks is correct and what he believes in, and still have a happy family. That's the signal she's trying to put out there. In other words, overlook what Trump has done. Overlook that Trump has taken away your rights. Overlook it, and let's just be a happy family. That ain't going to happen. That's not going to happen. People are not going to be happy with electing Trump and thinking that Melania Trump is going to, influence him to do the right thing on down the road. That ain't going to happen. That really isn't going to happen. But that's what she's kind of showcasing here, is that I can have a different opinion of my husband and we're still married. We're still, we have a happy marriage, which is questionable because we never see her. We don't see her support him, and we've seen her, when she was in the White House, how she behaved and what she did and how she acted. So, whatever. Queen of Cups. This is the last card I pulled on her. Melania Trump is most concerned with herself. This is all about her. So this is her paving the way in case in the future if Trump's not there. So they do have a big difference in age. So there will come a day and time when he's not there with her. Also, there's a good possibility that he's going to jail, and she knows that. So she's just kind of paving the way. I'm not that bad. I'm not so bad. I'm with you people. I'm with you women, It's her protecting herself, not just defending her own beliefs. It's her protecting herself because she realizes that she will, especially once Trump is gone and that protection of Trump isn't there anymore, she's going to be on her own. And she has more stuff to sell, you guys. So she's got to be liked by a percentage of some people. So there's nothing that she doesn't do that isn't about self-preservation for herself. So this is Melania Trump taking care of Melania Trump, just like Trump does. Honestly, that's just how it is. Let's pull one more card just to see how Trump is feeling about Melania Trump doing this. So let me pull it from the deck here. Judgment card. So the Judgment card, it is all about judgment, but Trump really does understand that he has very little control over what Melania Trump does. Of course, there's some specific things that are all written out that she's agreed to and all, but there are many things that he just doesn't have any control. He cannot control how she feels, what she thinks, what she likes, what she doesn't like. And, she was feeling very, very judged by many by just sitting there, not saying anything. She's supposedly a strong, independent woman. So she felt the need to come out and say, hey, yeah, I don't like what's going on here. And, he's okay with her doing that. It's like, you do your thing and I'm doing my thing. That's how they are. They're not like really together on things. She's doing what's good for her. He's doing what's good for him. And he's cool with that. As long as they have money coming in, he's fine. He's fine. Go make money, girl. Go get it. So he's cool with it. He really is. I think that Trump is so delusional that he thinks he's going to win this election and nothing can stop him. He thinks he's got it in the bag. And that's why he doesn't really care if she came out with the book, if she said that, she's standing up with women, with, all their rights. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He thinks he's got it in the bag. Of course, we know that that's not going to happen. They are a very strange couple. In my relationship with my husband, I can't imagine living a life that they live. They have a crazy relationship, but works for them, whatever. Who are we to judge what other people, maybe some people think I have a crazy relationship with my husband, but my husband is doing well. He's, I don't know how to explain it. When your husband reaches 74 years old and he's gone through so many health scares as my husband has, it's like I have to keep my eye on him all the time. I always feel like I need to be close to him. I need to watch what he's doing. If he's outside doing something, I have to check on him over and over and over again. It's kind of different now. It's a little bit different. Even when he's asleep, I wake up, I look at him, see if he's okay. Yesterday, he said his heart was palpitating strangely. He took his blood pressure a couple of times and it was abnormal heartbeat. So he does, he had AFib that one time that we know of, which he could have had AFib and not ever known about it, that it was undiagnosed. So maybe he might have a little AFib here or there. He has a pacemaker now. And there's certain things you can do. If you're in AFib, starting AFib, you can cough. You can hold your nose and blow, like you're blowing up a balloon. Putting that pressure, I guess it helps with the vagal nerve. And also making sure that you have plenty of fluids. He's got a problem with fluids. This man sweats so much, and it's so hot here. He's outside right now, fooling with his car. Oh, no, he's cleaning up the garage. He pulled the car out. He's outside cleaning up the garage and doing some things. My niece, my brother that passed away, she's coming to stay with us. She's coming on Friday, so we're going to get the office that we have that's in another room, my husband's office. We're going to partition that off and put a bed in there and make sure that she's comfortable for her stay here. So he's getting some things out of the garage, and one thing led to another, and he's cleaning the garage out. So I have to go check on him. Make sure he's drinking plenty of fluids. So last night when that happened, it was in the evening, I gave him fluid. And what I will do, I'll put some Himalayan salt in his water. Or if he has Gatorade, if he has Gatorade, I'll give him some Gatorade. But somebody drinks all his Gatorade. I don't know who that is, but it might be a grandson. But that's fine. We'll buy some more. So I got him some pink Himalayan salt, and I put it in with some water, not a whole lot, but put a little bit in, made him drink the water, and it went away, within, I don't know, 15, he said it only lasted for about 10 minutes, and then it was gone, but I made him drink water, and I made him, do coughing and things like that to try him. You can splash cold water on your face and things like that to help you get out of AFib. So I had done that before when I scared him that time and he went into AFib. I had tried some of those techniques and that didn't work. I had to take him to the hospital, but it worked last night. So his heartbeat went back to normal. Everything was fine. And then, of course, we had to sleep last night, and I was just kind of like watching him all night long. So it's different. It's very different. I don't know, but I'm thankful that he's here with me and sharing this life with me. I'm very, very grateful for it because I love him so much, even if he's a stink pot sometimes. Okay, guys, well, I'm out of here. I am going to go check on him and see what he's doing, probably get him a drink and get him some lunch because it's heading into 2 o'clock. I haven't fed him any lunch yet. So if you're home with your husband, I don't know about yours, but mine expects me to take care of him. And that's what I do because I love taking care of people. So that's what I'm going to go do. So if you'd like to get a reading with me, if you need anything done, if you need a healing session, chakra balancing, energy cleanse. A lot of time we pick up different energies and they just kind of stick to us. We need to get rid of it. You need to ground your energy, do some emotional releases. All kinds of things pop up when I do a healing session, and it can be wild. You wouldn't even I wouldn't even be able to think of it. You might be able to think of it, but I wouldn't even be able to think of it. And things pop up, and then I make a video and I tell you everything that came through while I was doing a healing session. So if you'd like to do something like that, look down below. There's my email. Contact me. I'm happy to help you. Okay, guys, do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. And y'all continue to pray for all the people that are in the path of the hurricane and for the people that are dealing with the aftermath of the Hurricane Helene. Love you guys. Bye for now.